by his Roadhog, which is what he's running on this defense. IDDQD, of course, will be on Soldier 76. Vonethil will be playing the Lucio. Stoop on his Reinhardt. Custa on the Mercy, and Buds will play Reaper. And I gotta say, Buds has played really, really well today.
Buds has been having himself a game, or a day. There's no other way to say it. It's one of those things where it's really easy to focus on IDD, QD, and Cool Map, but if you're doing that, as many of the teams are doing, you're not going to be looking at Buds, and Buds will absolutely punish you on the Reaper. Nubris definitely has a true triple threat situation going on. Uh-oh, Tui must be snacking again, as he was AFK. He does come back in the nick of time. He's back. So, for that offense coming out here from the side of CLG, it's going to be Blam here on the Pharah, Spo on the Mercy, Technicide on Lucio, Tui on the Zarya, B dropped on the offensive Reaper, and Mini going to be on the Reinhardt, and we'll see how quickly the offense of CLG goes in here, but today in general, and also going to yesterday, there's been a trend of teams not waiting nearly as long on the offense. I think it's just the inclusion of a lot of Roadhogs, but there is no Roadhog here in the offense, so they might take it a little bit easier.
Yeah, it looks very traditional starting out. I think first hook is going to determine a lot. Wow, defense going in on this.
Yeah, they're going in a hurry. Nubris being hyper-aggressive. IDDQD looking for Blam. Doesn't want to take that fight into the alleyway. Would end up badly. And they might have overdived here. Stoop ends up dying in a hurry. Blam able to take out, B dropped able to take out Buds. That's 2 kills here for the offensive Reaper. And Nubris, I think they made a mistake going that aggro. It's not working out in their favor. And Coolmac going to die the B dropped, and this is going to be a very decisive team fight here for CLG. Mistakes made by Nubris.
Yeah, definitely. The cleanup at the end. Blam continues his reign of terror on the day. His Pharah has looked phenomenal. He gets 2 kills towards the end. They're going to grab this point, push forward here. It's only Mini pushing forward, though. He's got to be careful. No, Mini, woof. Oof. Why is your Reinhardt pushing forward there? Trying to get chip damage in, and now it looks like Hui's gonna die too. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, they got a little bit over aggro. I mean, it's one of those things where once you get the payload moving, teams do like going out in the streets phases. The problem is that how quickly they killed Nubris there. Nubris was able to fully set up, and they were ready to punish any extra aggression, and they did that in a hurry.
It's just really hard to poke out there when you're, against a Roadhog. He's gonna hook you, and the rest of the team is there to clean you up. Both tanks died to that, but I guess it doesn't really matter.
Cool Matt's pulling a hard blue. He's right here in the back. He's gonna look for a hook, and then he's gonna come in and hog. Technicide goes down. Not going for the hog yet right now. He's just staying up there.
Yeah, too much.
3 kills here for the offense. It's not like he's in a super great situation. Wow, Blam taking him out with authority. That's just hate. When you blow a barrage on a single Roadhog, there's nothing more to say. That's just hate. Does not like dying to Cool Matt 69 as a name, as a concept.
Well, I mean, when you're Pharah and you get hooked, it just ruins your day. So I totally understand his angst there. So they're going to push on to the second point. His defense is going to come in and contest last second.
The Groudson comes in, though. It sucks in 4 people here for the defense. Sound Barrier will save them for a little bit, but it's not enough. Blam comes in over the top with the fall through. Mini coming in. Rez is coming in here, so here comes Rez and a whole hog. See if they can make something out of nothing. IDDQD right now spinning into the offense. Not able to get a whole lot. No kills off of that Death Blossom. Still alive and in the fight, though, but Blam fixing that problem in hurry. Rocket comes in right from behind.
I mean, it's really as simple.
Res here. Custa almost has another resurrection up.
It's as simple as Nubris needs to start getting kills. They've been absolutely absent in the kill feed. I mean, that seems reductive and simple to say, but they're doing nothing on these fights. Buds gets a couple kills, though.
Buds, I think, heard you there because he just got 2 kills of his own. The problem is that Nubris has bled a lot of people. B-Drop, though, gets juggled. Is Buds the savior we need? No, Blam says absolutely not. Takes him out mid-barrage, and finally, it's going to be CLG taking this point. So CLG is setting a pretty darn fast time against Nubris right now. Nubris not really able to set up at all in the streets phase.
They're flying. I mean, this could be sub 4 minutes, this next fight, and they have the ults to do it. They've got the combo. They've got Barrage and Graviton. Mini's got Earth Shatter. B-Drop, Death Blossom. Like, it's
you are roboting on us here again, but here comes Graviton Surge coming out from the offense. 2 people in. Blam comes in over the back, gets the barrage. 2 kills from that. Make it 3. Big barrage coming in here from Blam, setting up his team. IDDQD trying to go back in turn. Doesn't have a Death Blossom up just yet. Going to be all left clicks from here on out. Does take out Tui, so the Earth Shatter left click combination doing some work, and Nubris able to turn that back in their favor for a team kill horn.
The good thing for the offense, though, is that they didn't blow ults in a bad situation. So they still have them saved up.
Double time.
Who's this Blam guy? Like, I've known Blam for a while. I've never seen him play this well.
No, Blam's, I don't know. I think Blam has actually been playing at this level for a while. I think it's gone hidden because of the teams he was on.
Okay.
Check this out, though. Able to get the first kill on the stoop. Down goes Buds. There's going to, let's just say, a res out custom, but he doesn't have it, so defense is going to have to deal with what they have here. IDD QD coming on the flank. Blam does not care. Landing rocket after rocket into him. He's going to eat the hammer instead. Big plays coming out here from CLG, and they're very close to ending this map with what will be very quick time. The defense now, best chance is probably delaying unless Buds comes out with a true miracle. Is looking for that against Blam, but will get taken out. That is it. A time of
450.
451.
Sub 5 minutes on King's Row. That's an incredibly good offense there. Now, we've seen 3s and 4s, you know, but not really lately. Teams are finishing this map, but it's generally been in the 6-minute region. Really nice offense there, and a lot of it was on the back of Blam. But for the first, probably, what, 4 minutes of that map, it looked like Nubris just wasn't killing anyone. Just was not getting any kills. I think the one kill they had was from Cool Matt's hard blue flank, but everyone else on the ground died. Wasn't able to get anything out of that. Super impressive.
Yeah, I mean, Cool Matt had a few moments there. Buds had a few moments. More than anything else, it was a very quiet game for IDD-QD. Got basically nothing done there. Usually, IDD-QD is a huge rock of the defense for Nubris, but he did not show up at all there. Nothing really went well for him. I mean, I think they did have the one team wipe where it was set up by an Earthshatter and got some left-click kills, but not his best game.
No, not at all. All right, so this defense coming out for Team CLG, or as others will call it, CLG. Kind of funny name. They're going to be playing Spo on this Mercy here. He actually had a really nice map last game. Did not die, I don't believe. Spo on that Mercy. Blam will be on that Pharah. B dropped on Roadhog. You Must Kui will play Reaper. Tech Aside will be on the Lucio. And Mini on the Reinhardt.
All right, we'll take a look here at the offense coming out here from Nubris. It's going to be Cool Matt 69 once again on the Roadhog, Custa on the Mercy, IDD-QD on the Reaper, Buds on the Pharah, Stoop on Reinhardt, and Vonathil going to be on the Lucio. Pretty standard offense coming out here. Nothing blitzy about it. Just normal, solid, dependable. No Zarya, though, of course. Not every team runs Zarya. I kind of like running the Zarya just because if you win first point early, it sets up the Graviton for streets.
Yeah. It also keeps your Reaper alive in a lot of situations, and your Pharah.
Alright, so offense right now. Moving forward, looking for the all-important first pick. Cool Matt speeding up and in. Looks for the hook on the Reaper, not able to get it, which means he's going to reform out. Actually just gets charged to the back by Mini, so 2 quick kills here coming out from the defense. Make it 3. They're able to get in on this push, and really, Cool Matt not landing a hook there. Big problems. They didn't get the pick they're looking for, and as a result, they're able to clean everything up as IDD-QD going down the Blam for the last kill.
Yeah, full cleanup there. Nothing really working out well for Nubris there. And he's got his...
Nubris, I mean, they got fly through here. They don't,
yeah.
They are not dealing with a huge surplus of time.
Like 4 minutes
they speed up. Oh, a big hook, though, onto the Pharah. Blam, though, able to get away. They're not able to complete that kill. The defense gets the first kill as a result. Now look at Blam. He's going to be flanking from the back because he's still alive, because that hook didn't kill him. That's going to be 3 kills for the defense. They're piling on.
Does Custer res here?
No, I don't think so. I think you saved the res. Too many people are dead. The positioning would just be horrible if he res.
So if you consider that a full reset, now they have to set one of the fastest King's Row times ever, because there's 3.5 minutes left to finish this map.
Yeah, it's still possible for them to win this, but everything goes well. But Custa going down, that is a death omen coming out here for Nubris. Cool Matt gets a hook that he needs towards the end, but
it's brutal.
Take a look at the defense here. If you're Blam, you might just want to blow the barrage. He does do that right away. Takes out IDD-QD. Cool Matt returning fire at the whole hog. Does take out Blam, looking for a little bit more. And if Nubris takes this, though, they have so far to go, Hex. It's going to be rough.
They need to win every fight from here to the end of the map decisively and clearly, and those fights need to take place away from the cart while people are still pushing it, because they've only got 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to finish out this map. So yeah, it's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to go super aggressive. The Reaper's already hiding in the house. It looks like Buds is looking for picks on the backside here. They're going to keep them from the cart while they push. They're going to need to win fights that are not in their favor.
Yeah, it's IDD, QD, and Buds right now poking, hoping to get a pick or two. Defense still playing way too good. They're not going to get that pick that they're looking for. CLG, IDD, QD already having to go way back into the bookstore. And Buds almost dying for his attempts here. So Payload is moving forward, but for CLG, they got to be feeling good. All they need to do is get one good team wipe here, and that should be it. I don't see Nubris recovering from that. And speaking of people hiding, look at Yumastui here in the pub. He's going to be looking to go in here in just a moment. Not giving up where he is. Here comes Speed Boost, goes right into the back line, takes out Stoop immediately. The counter coming out here from Buds. Barrage doesn't get a whole lot though, so pretty even. Only one kill off of that Death Blossom.
Yeah, it forced.
Cool Matt right now leading the way, has hooks at the ready. Reinhardt shield though, really stymieing what he's looking for. Here comes the Speed Boost. He goes right to the back. Will hook Reinhardt, takes him out. And this is where the offense, they just need to continue applying the pressure. They need to move forward. Defense, they just need to stall out as much as they can. They do get a res coming up here, though, so Fallen Heroes back in the way. Gonna be greeted here by Whole Hog, but Blam now over the top. Barrage takes out Cool Matt, not much more.
Yeah, they're going to get cleaned up here, too. The chase is definitely on. They know they have to be this aggressive. IDD QD in the back lines trying to finish out both the Reaper and the Mercy. Really staggered deaths. They're going to push this through. There's a little bit over 1 minute left to finish this out. They still have a chance.
They still got a chance, but again, everything has to be going right for them. Bud's chaining the kills here is a big deal. He's going to get hooked in and killed, and that's not resable. So they're going to be without Buds now for 20 seconds, and that has already greatly improved the odds of CLG winning this map. Unless, really, their best hope now, IDDQD needs to come in and get some sort of gigantic, heroic play in a hurry. They need to be pushing this to 3. They only have one on the car right now. This is a mistake. They can't be standing back. They just need to go.
Yeah, they need to kill Spo as well.
Okay, speed up comes in for IDDQD. This is what he's looking for. Gets the triple kill. Spo is down, and Hex is the dream alive.
Super
you take a look here. The timer on stream is a little bit slow, but that's a full team wipe.
They have 22 seconds by my clock right now, and if they get it in this next push and they'll get stalled out, they're going to win this map somehow.
Yeah, this is the thing here. Can CLG stall for long enough? Buds and Coolback getting 2 kills in a hurry. Diva getting charged right off the point. Is the dream alive? Nubris, will they come in the clutch? Earthshot comes down for many though. That's going to stall things out at least a little bit. You look at the time that's left here. 15 seconds remaining.
Never die.
My timer a little bit slow, I believe. It's going to come right down to the wire right now. Did they have it?
My clock has that for not Nubris.
No, CLG got it. I think CLG got it by about 3 seconds. The timer on stream was a little bit slow. Because there's about 404 on the cap there versus 408. I suppose it's a coin flip. It's about 3 seconds, I think, in the end.
Yeah, it was super close for sure, but my timer definitely had that for CLG.
Oh man, that was a close one in all senses of the word. And people say Stopwatch doesn't have hype moments. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, of course, we only run Stopwatch when both teams finish the map, but it does make for some craziness. We've seen a lot of stuff go down to the last couple seconds there. That is, I feel pretty confident that is definitely CLG's map there. A really impressive performance. I mean, CLG, a team kind of what they formed last week, I think was the first time we saw them. And yes, they are full of Overwatch veterans here and there, but really came together as a team, winning some nice fights, and to take a map off Hubris, or Nubris rather, as I mentioned going in, that's huge. That's amazing.
So just so people aren't super confused here, it's the timer on the in-game run. It's hard to sync up an outside timer directly with the in-game timer, so sometimes things get a little bit synced either one way or another. And that's why the timer in the end was a little bit off. So on the stream, it looked like Nubris had it, but CLG did grab that by 2 to 3 seconds.
Yeah, definitely on my timer, and then my timer has nothing to do with the stream and syncing things like that. It's just I put in the number and I hit start. So I was pretty on it on that round for sure. And yeah, that CLG's map, the stall out at the end was really buying them the 3 or 4 seconds that they absolutely needed. That's crazy, though. I mean, this CLG team beat Nubris. Nubris is a great team. They're probably, what, 5th, 6th in North America right now?
No, Nubris has been great. They're definitely a top team in NA. Well, they have 3 EU players, 3 NA. They identify as NA, so that's what we'll call them.
They do.
But yeah, they're definitely one of the top teams in NA, so that's a really good showing for CLG. It's definitely something good to add to the resume.
Even if CLG had lost that map, it'd be good for them because that's how close they played them. I mean, you never really know these teams that are coming up and have just reformed and things like that. Like these players are all very familiar to us, and we've seen them all over the place. But to be able to pull it together like that, had they even lost that map by 3 seconds, I'd still say it's really good for CLG. But now they're up 1-0 in this best of 3 against Nubris, looking to knock Nubris down into the lower pool. We'll see where they want to go to now in this map draft, which includes Ilios in the map pool.
They're going Gibraltar. Cool Matt has said Gibraltar. Oh, wait, it's not in the map pool.
No, it's not. It's Numbani.
Yeah, okay,
Ilios.
so I was going to say, wait a second.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going Numbani, which is great because I can sell out for the legendary organic oil in 2030. I think the best meme that Twitch has had for that map is that you throw that advertisement up on the stream, and then I was just like, advertisements in 2030.
Now in current year.
All right, so Numbani will be the next map. Numbani, Numbani is a joy for me here at this point, just because you do see different looks on point A, more so than any other map in the game. Teams are more willing to vary it up. You see Divas here at a point where Diva has not yet been buffed. And let me assure you this, once the next patch hits, if Diva is not reined in a little bit, for all the people who's just like, man, I wish I could see more Diva, you are going to be wishing that you did not wish that. As Diva is probably going to be seen in most everything post-patch. She appears to be that good.
We used to not run Diva because everything she did, Winston did better. Now I think it's the other way, that everything Winston does, Diva does better. So that's a little bit of a reversal there. It's going to be really interesting to see just kind of going forward through the life of Overwatch if the PTR patches go live in the way that they are PTR'd. Because I think there's some very obvious things that you could do to make like, oh yeah, that buff was needed, but like there's a kind of yeah but in a lot of different things. And I think a lot of the stuff that they've done on the newest PTR patch is really great. I think Diva's ult is phenomenal. I think that shield toggle is way too fast and needs to be switched. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens going forward as far as what goes live, what does not. However, on this defense, it is the team of CLG. They are not CLG, apparently. Tech side is going to be playing the Torb. Blam will play the Pharah. Mini is on the defensive Winston. Yuma's Hui is on Soldier 76. Spo will be playing Mercy and be dropped on Roadhog.
You know what I would like to see, actually, thinking about this? And this is real craziness here, given that they're already running the Mercy, but a lot of teams run the Diva right now to deal with the Torbjorn, right? And the Torbjorn has trouble getting things off when Diva just runs in and kills his turret. For the very first opening gambit here in the defense, why not, if you're expecting a Diva, why not open up with the defensive Zenyatta instead, and then Diva, when she does her initial charge, she gets Discord Orb and just immediately melted down.
Right.
I feel like, of course, then there's multiple layers of meta there. It's like, all right, well, we're not running a Torb, so we're not running a Diva, and then you get into that nonsense, but I don't know, I feel like the Torbjorn play on defense here has had some real issues against the early Diva.
Well, it's kind of weird. It's strange that IDDQD and Balotaja both end up running the Diva. Is the tracking really that necessary that you put your best DPS on this Diva? It's been a theme for teams.
Apparently, I don't know. It is interesting, though, to say that it is Balotaja and IDDQD on it. Well, look at the offense, though. It's going to be Vonathan and Lucio, IDDQD on the Diva, Stoop on Winston, Buds on Pharah, Full Matt on the Genji, and Custa going to be on the Mercy.
All right, so it's kind of the lull before the storm here, not to be confused with the lull, but they're going to take this top ground here, try to get some poke in with their Genji and Pharah. They take down the turret pretty quickly.
Turret's already down here, so IDDQD going to be leading the way, gets right in onto the Torb. Everything going the way of Nubris right now. There's a patient Russian right after the turret, the fireworks began. And Spo is down, so there's not going to be res here for defense. Everything going away in Nubris, nothing flashy, just good, solid mechanical kills after an early turret pick.
Yeah, it was a really cool offense. It seems like a small thing, but getting the turret down before you go in is not something that a lot of teams do. Most teams have been ignoring it, actually, and just going to the back line trying to get to that back door, but they really prioritized making sure that they got that turret down first before they went into the back corner. So a little variation for the push worked out really well for them.
So I think IDDQD is going to YOLO out a Diva ult here. Just throw it into there, hope for the best. Something which, by the way, is way more terrifying post-patch with the 3-second timer. Death actually does come from the above with the 3-second timer. Still can happen with the 4-second timer, but it's more of a zone out tool right now on live. And IDDQD, that's what he's going to be looking for. He's going to jut up into the air, drop the ult.
Nerf this.
There it goes. Nerf this. Does not get what he's looking for, although post-match, maybe it would have been.
Yeah, I don't know, create some space, I guess. They want to just maybe take this fight on their own terms. It's a nice setup for it. You got to use it at some point. It doesn't cost you anything.
Oh my goodness, he's able to get in on the Mercy. IDDQD's mobility really good here, but here comes Coolmat on the Dragon Blade. Already has 1 kill, looking for more. Getting right into Reinhardt and the Reaper. Slash hits both at the same time. Gonna rush right into Blam. No fear, but maybe there should have been. Blam countering with the triple kill. Not afraid of any Genji. Still though, more momentum coming in favor of Nubris.
Yeah.
Zero Suit Diva suddenly coming out, takes out Tech this side.
Blam did his
He's
best.
been having one heck of a Diva game.
Blam did his best there, got a 3K, as you know, you mentioned, he's been playing probably really well. We're not necessarily seeing it, but on this roster, he is definitely a standout today. He's been having a phenomenal day on fair. Not enough for them to win that fight, though, as IDDQD does continue to clean up. They need to send someone through this top, though, otherwise they're going to get dropped on. Yumas too, he's up there. He's waiting to drop.
Alright, so IDDQD right now. Trying to lead the way. Here comes the Death Blossom, gets pooped right to the back. Yumas takes out one, looks for a little more, is able to Wraith form out there. Gonna grab Stoop as well. Stoop tried to leap out and just ran right into the Reaper. So this is gonna be a good defensive hold, but Nubris right now has been saying an absolutely electric time, in part because of the Diva play of IDDQD. He's gonna switch off of it now. Now the Diva Dream is dead. Back to a little bit more standard stuff here as Coolmat actually gets off the Tracer, goes Roadhog, so IDDQD sort of rotating back into the tried and true.
Yeah, they need to run a Reaper here, too. I mean, you do need to send someone through these top rounds here. Coolmat comes up, he gets confronted immediately by Blam.
Oh, Blam coming in right now. Going to get taken out in turn by Buds. Good play coming out here from the offensive Buds. Here he's going to drop the barrage right away. Blows up Mini in short order. Forces out the Wraith form from the Reaper. Oh my goodness, Blam almost gets taken out from super long range. As everything going in favor of Nubris right now.
Definitely
Final pick off from Coolmat, and Buds doesn't care. He's going for Blam. The Pharah fight is going to happen indoors. Is this Quake right now? Oh my goodness.
What I like about Nubris is how quickly they flip the switch. They know when they have an advantage, and they know when they need to start taking a fight. We saw it exactly there. They took down Blam, they're like, that's it, let's go. And they flipped it onto full aggro.
Coolmat right now does have the Mercy in the sights. Not able to land at the hook, but will land the left click. Down goes Spo. Spo's not going to be getting res off anytime soon, as Nubris right now just swarming the point, and that's going to be at 4:33 at the time of the cap. So it's an overall time of 4:27. Blazingly fast for Numbani.
Yeah, that's insane. They're going to have to take first point in their first 2 pushes, otherwise it might already be over, because they never really got stalled out after that. There were some moments, I guess, when the fight was even, is the best you can say for CLG there, but that first point offense was really, really well done, so it's really going to be up to the first 2, maybe 3 pushes out of CLG on their offense, too, to try to match that time. Does look like they're going to run the same thing. I mean, Numbani, it's got a very specific meta across the board. Even teams that do things a little differently really don't deviate from this defense. And then conversely, because teams don't deviate from this defense, teams run the same offense on Numbani too.
Looks like we have lost Vonethil, so they're asking for us to go back to lobby.
Yeah, Vonethil he's the turret. Just let him set up his turret, then disconnect. He'll be fine.
Yeah, I think normally they just wait for them to come back in time, but for Torbjorn, you actually do want them to have time to place the turret, so.
Gotta smack it with a hammer.
Alright, so Vonethil's back in. No harm, no foul, getting right back into it. This is side number 2. Rip play of the game, though.
Well, I was watching one of the replays of an earlier cast, too, and I wonder if he's going to set it up on that really cheesy spot on the stairs, because it's so tough to deal with. Like, you don't lose anything. The line of sight is the same. It can hit everything exactly the same, but it's impossible to hit because it's behind the stairs. So that's an interesting spot in Numbani a lot of teams have been exploiting lately.
Yeah, it really is. And for Numbani, it's interesting. I just feel like there's other counters you can bring up to the Diva here that can really make her life miserable. Again, I would like to see the early Zen here just to really make that not a thing where you just blow her up instantly when she goes over the top, because, I mean, D.Va's a little bit durable, but not that durable that she can withstand that sort of fire.
I think
either way, though, taking a look here at the defense as it sets up, which will be on the blue side at this time, so I guess switch over to the OLED is going to be Buds on the Roadhog, Stoop on Winston, IDD QD on the 76, Custon Mercy, Cool Matt on a defensive Tracer, and Vonethil going to be on the Torbjorn. Aardvark still potentially paying off.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned the Zenyatta. Spo has actually run it more often than most people, which means he did it once, and it was interesting. That's how few Zen people are playing lately. Yeah, he's not going to be on the Zenyatta so far. I don't know, he's off his Mercy, though. On this offense right now, though, it is You Must Kui on the Genji. Lamb, of course, is going to be on Pharah. B dropped. We'll play Winston Tekaside on Lucio. Mini on that D.Va. Spo right now, up in the air. He was on Mercy. He generally plays Mercy. He's been known to bust out the Zenyatta. Right now, toying with our hearts on Mei. He does go back to Mercy. You won't see Mei unless it's Temple of Anubis. Then it's totally Mei Day.
All right, well, the timer has begun. About 4:20 remaining here on the clock as the offense goes in. Not a whole lot of time to work with here for them right now, so everything needs to go right. They definitely want to take this on the first attack if they can, but he's just in the done as, oh no, by the way, Vonethil putting the turret at the exact same spot that we saw the turret come out for CLG.
Yeah, it's an interesting spot. It's so that he's not has to be over there and it catches anyone coming to the right side. They are coming up right up Broad Street though, and Vonethil dies immediately.
That day, there'll be a Torbjorn right now. Budzo able to punish Blam in turn. You look at the HP right now. Lots of poke going down onto this offense as they roll in. Pretty good look here from Nubris, and they should be able to hold this. Again, nothing flashy, just the offense overextended a little bit for that Torbjorn kill, and they're paying the price.
Yeah, defense definitely holding their Vonethil. We mentioned he went down early, so he's not going to have Molten Core up for this next fight. But Cool Matt's defensive Tracer has been phenomenal. And so the one wrinkle that Nubris runs on this map that a lot of other teams do not, and he's been great. He's going to get eyes on the team. He's going to know where they're pushing from and land those clutch pulse bombs in the back.
Well, right now he's just hoping that people come through here in the top. They probably won't. But he's in a good position, just blink right over, takes out You Must Kui immediately, finishing up on that poke. So offense already down to Genji. Yeah, Cool Man right now, lots of targets here for Pulse Bomb. Just gonna finish out Tech the side normally. Down goes D.Va, and again, nothing flashy here, just the offense rolled in, they took too much poke, and then went down as a result.
That was the slowest, lamest fight ever. It was just D.Va and Winston shooting each other at the same time, both doing 0 damage to each other the entire time. Eventually, D.Va went down as Mercy came over to help out her Winston. But it was everyone else was fighting, and they were just dancing. Vonethil's gonna have Molten Core up too, which is really good ultimate. Cool Matt also has this Pulse Bomb too defensively. We'll see if they can get something going here. Spo needs to live in this next fight to get his team a chance on Numbani's first.
Lamb goes down to hurry. Justice is not ran for above. Not when you kill yourself immediately. You'll save 48% ult charges. Blam just says LOL. He knows that. He's just like, all right.
Well, Winston killed her. He dropped the shield right under her. It's a really cool move. It sucks when it happens to you, but Winston saw her on the barrage, dropped his fish tank under her. There she goes, kills herself. That's the end of that push. But Vonethil had to burn Molten Core through that too, though. They're just going to call it.
They're already saying...
they're not wrong.
I mean, it's still a minute 53. I guess, realistically, they're not going to bring it through there in time. It's weird to call it when you still have a minute 30 left, since I think that's the mathematical time to bring it there, even though, realistically speaking, they probably weren't going to be able to do it. So Nubris comes back, really strong Numbani defense, really quick Numbani attack, buying them enough time to go to the next map, and that next map is going to be Ilios, Hex. It is actually being decided on Ilios.
Well, there's been times where maps have been decided on Ilios back in the old days of Sudden Death, where you would play 10 minutes on King's Row and 4 minutes on King's Row. Then to decide King's Row, you'd go to Ilios. So why not? Let's go to Ilios. Lucio probably going to get play of the game somewhere in here. Very environmental map. It's interesting. We don't see it a lot. I think we've seen it 5 times.
We have seen, what, Ilios or Lucio play of the games?
Both. Probably the same
for
number.
Ilios, I think 5 times is probably about right. Lucio play the games, I think maybe 1 to 2 here. Just because it's weighted so heavily on the play the game that if you get 2 people off in one boop, you are probably getting play the game, barring something absolutely amazing coming out from someone else.
All right, so we're headed to Ilios as soon as someone can muster up the courage to hit start, and that'd be Blam.
On a side note, by the way, we do have an update on the lower side of the bracket. It is going to be Melty versus One Shot in the other winner semifinal. That's going on right now. One Shot versus We United went to 3 games. We United took 1 game off of One Shot. One Shot, though, was able to hold in there.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, MVP Space is actually up against We United. That would be interesting if they were able to take them out.
Yeah, the lower bracket's getting kind of insane right now. One Shot has beaten Melty in the past, though, just to give some kind of indicator for how that set might play out. One Shot, I think, should win that set, but Melty, again, every time I look at Melty, I just tell people, I don't know. I don't know which Melty's going to show up, so I had no idea what's going to happen there. I think One Shot should win it.
So there's actually a rematch, by the way. So we mentioned that, well, not rematch, but Street Hoops won the Dark Horse NA teams. Not only did they lose to One Sun, but in the lower bracket, they lost to MVP Space. So they got a taste of both China and Korea and lost to both. So a rough day for Street Hoops. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, some of the TF2 teams not transitioning flawlessly to Overwatch. And to my surprise, really, I always expected that those teams would be the best off out of it. Of course, Algae has a great TF2 history. They've been doing very well, but teams like Splice and Street Hoops have kind of struggled a little bit. It's not exactly the same. If you want to really hear about how they're different, check out what Clockwork has to say on it. He has a very strong opinion about how TF2 and Overwatch are very different games.
Alrighty, so taking a look here at the teams as they set up here for the side of Nubris. It's going to be Vonethil here on the Lucio, Cool Matt on the Reaper, Stoop on Zarya, Buds on Pharah, IDD QD, of course, going to be on the Tracer, and Custa on the Mercy. So, Tracer here, not a surprise. Actually, somewhat of a surprise we're not seeing one come out here from the other side of things. I don't think Spo's going to be in the ban. No, Spo's going to be in Mercy.
Yeah, we'll see. I expected IDDQD to be on McCree here, but apparently waiting for that next patch to come through. Mini's going to play Zarya, B-Drop will be on Roadhog, Blam on Reaper this time, Tekaside, Zarya, or Tekaside on Lucio rather. Hui is going to be on Pharah, and Spo will play that Mercy.
I'll give me an eye on IDDQD right now to look at his poke here on Tracer. Not going too deep in right now, not wanting to risk anything, but once he has an opportunity, he will go in for the kill. Mo just building a pulse bomb, both teams poking from afar. Slight edge in the poke war, though, to Nubris right now, though. Buds eats a mega rocket right to the face. IDD QD, though, able to get to backline, takes out Technoside. That Lucio AoE healing is gone, and Pulse Bomb might be sticking here. The Roadhog ammo does not stick, but will take him out anyways. So Cool Mad and IDD QD able to pry the door open here, and this will be first cap for Nubris.
First fight on this stage is more important than I think any other stage, just because the enormous surface area of the capture point, that it's really easy to stall out from any different angle. You don't have to run 5 tracers to stall this out constantly, so that first fight's super important for Nubris to win.
You must be coming in here in the turnabout. Barrage on the way, gets one, not going to get a whole lot else. IDDQD still here on this Tracer, darting around, doing work, and it's really been an IDDQD and Cool Match show here at King of the Hill. They've been getting the kills that their team has needed. Technoside now under all sorts of trouble. Both Reaper and Tracer on you. You are not going to live for long. And the Res not really doing a whole lot here for the side of CLG as they're getting bullied right off.
No, not at all. I mean, I guess the one mistake I'd point out there is that they should not have let that combo live. They were alive way too long in the air. They're going to come back in with their charges. Now, Blam takes down IDDQD to start this fight.
And that's good. That's one of the big problems now. Thinking on the mat, it'll be huge. Soundbearer, though, comes right out. Cool Matt taking out Blam in turn. Oh my goodness, speed boost out, going right on Technoside. Technoside has been hunted right now, which is probably what you do against a Lucio on King of the Hill anyways, but it's been a rough game for him. Cool Matt banking the Death Blossom for right now. Has pretty good poise coming out here from the side of Nubris. Nothing too crazy. They're not burning ults when they don't need to. Just good positioning on the point and keeping CLG out.
Yeah, they clean up the right side. Now the next push is going to be the last push for CLG. Luckily for them, they've got Pulse. They're going to have Soundbearer. They're going to have Death Blossom. Those all have to get 2 to 3 kills to make this next push worth it. Hui goes down very quickly.
Hui went down before the fighting began. The Grouch on Surge comes out, grabs 2 people, and Buds with the fall through. The barrage over the top, and that's it. They're going to take round 1 with authority. There's an overtime in progress here, but they're just not going to be able to actually keep going.
No, very, very one-sided there on that first stage of Ilios. No one fell in the pit, though, so disappointing overall.
Summit is still lonely.
What is that? I know this is going to sound like I'm pretending that I don't know what things are, but I really don't know what that's a reference to. I know who Summit is.
It's H1Z1, where basically in the startup area for that game, there's a pit.
Okay.
I'll be busy soon.
And then just sort of all saying, well, where's Summit? Well, Summit's in the pit. Because what had happened, people, of course, would join the stream games or try and, like, stream snipe and get into the same game as, say, Summit when he was playing, and then find where he's at. Now that I've explained the joke, it's all sorts of terrible.
It's not a good joke. Alright, well, congrats to Summit on his H1Z1, a game that I've also never played. We'll see what happens here on Ilios as we move on to the Coliseum phase, where everyone's going to fight in a pit like gladiators. Not a ton of change-ups, though, but B-Dropped is going to be on a Soldier 76. We'll see what he can get done there.
Yep, I do like the 76 switch off here. I think it's a little bit better than Pharah. If your team is playing around it right, it's difficult, though, because if you don't take out the Pharah specifically, the Pharah can wreak absolute havoc on your team. Still, though, B-Dropped is able to keep a lot of pressure on the Buds. Buds getting pocketed, so it's back and forth between the two teams, both poking around. Nubris, so slightly better positioning on the point as Mini going to be the first pick-off of the game. No, no, not like this. IDDQD, rewind is down, gets booped right off the side. Res gonna come out here, though, from the side of CLG, and because they didn't suffer a boop, the res, if it does come out here from the offense, not gonna be anywhere near as good.
Yeah, well, Custa's got his res up. Stupid Vanithil going down should mean that Custa's gonna res here momentarily. I guess they're gonna save it and just wait for the next fight. Late res comes in.
Nope. Res comes up, it is a little bit late. Blam about to have a death blast up, so he's just going here on the flank, looking for Custa, looking for Buds. Buds in trouble, and just ends up switching off onto the point. Cool Mad, Death Blossom of his own takes out 2 in the backline. And Blam, even though he's Death Blossom, has to be careful, does not want to do it while low on HP. Spo goes down early in this fight. There will not be a res here for CLG, so really big brawl here, but Nubris definitely taking it into their own hands. Barrage setting the tone. Death Blossom comes out from Blam finally, but it's too little too late. Gets absolutely nothing of it as Buds cleans up You Must Doing.
Yeah, super bloody. They're going to flip it out in the end, though. There was a ton of work done by Cool Matt early in that fight. He did get cleaned up after he got Graviton, but he forced people to use this ult on him and still was able to get his Death Blossom in early. The only ultimate on the board for either team right now is going to be Stoop with his Graviton, but they can combo it with IDDQD's Pulse Bomb. He's got it. Get in.
Graviton comes in. Here comes the Pulse Bomb. Does not get what they're looking for, but even this still, they do get 2 kills right after the Graviton. Cool Man Stoop getting right in there.
He didn't light up the kill feed, but it was just because everyone was so healthy and there were tanks in there. But he did enough damage to get the couple kills afterwards. So the combo not being as wombo as we like to see, but generally did a ton of damage.
So Spo saving his res here, does not res up the Fallen. Might not have had it up in time anyways. Technicide is going to open up here with the sound barrier. And you're just going to see a lot of aggression coming out here. Blam's going to be looking for a pick immediately here on this hog. Here comes the sound barrier, and let's take a look at Blam. Will Blam be able to land? Look, he's looking for it. IDDQD right now darting around. No hook early on. Blam actually a little bit out of sorts. Overcommit onto Lucio. Hook hits the pillar. And this is rough now for CLG. Not quite what they were looking for going in. IDDQD in the backline. Technicide not going to be long for this world at this rate. Does go down. Buds with the aerial support over the top, taking out 3. And that's going to be another big hold here from the side of Nubris.
I think they need to get off triple tank. I mean, you're running against 2 tank buster heroes there. It's going to be Reaper, and I mean, people underestimate Tracer and her tank busting abilities, but she can crush a tank. There you do see a
Probably
switch.
The biggest misconception in the game is people that think Winston is a counter of the Tracer.
Yeah.
Winston is not a counter of the Tracer. Winston feasts on Tracer. Winston at most can zone Tracer out from time to time, but you should not be killing Tracer too much as Winston, unless the Tracer is just being silly.
Well, blame
either way.
Yeah, blame
here comes Death Blossom Cool Matt going right in. The dagger in the heart, setting up his team. IDDQD had softened them up. Cool Matt knocking them down. Another pretty much full wipe coming up from Nubris, and in terms of time, this is going to be the last life here for CLG in this round. They need to get on to that point. They have 10% left to get on there. Attack buys are going to come out from B-Dropped here. Oh, Graviton Surge sets him up. Barrage comes in once again. 2 kills for Nubris. They force out the res. Here comes a counter Graviton, but unfortunately, it's too little too late as Blam was trying to get onto the point, just not able to get there in time.
Another dominant performance on a stage of Ilios from Nubris. They're one more stage and they will take this map and the set. Yeah, I think the switch off came a little too late. Blam did come off of that Roadhog, ended up going to a Reaper though, but they were just getting absolutely wrecked. I mean, that Pulse Bomb, yes, it didn't kill anyone because they were running 3 tanks, but it softened them all enough to kill everyone. And then you've got Cool Matt and IDDQD both on heroes that are very good against tanks, and they showed it there. They absolutely crushed that. So we'll see what they want to run here. It looks like they're not going for triple tank yet again is the side of CLG. They're going to keep on the roster they were running last time. Mini will be on Winston. Hui will be on the Zarya. Spo on Mercy. B dropped on Soldier 76. Blam on Reaper. Tech aside on Lucio.
Alright, meanwhile, the fight is already underway here to start things out. Bud's able to get first pick off on the Spo. Spo and no Mercy up. Heals are going to be down. There's not going to be res. 3 kills here for the side of Nubris. And just like that, they're just mechanically outplaying CLG just by the tiniest of margins right now. But that adds up to a lot in King of the Hill, and as a result, they should be able to get first cap here if they ever send anyone back onto the point.
It's not even gonna actually go on the point.
It's like at some point, guys, oh yeah, the objective.
Yeah, I forgot.
Well, that is going to be first cap here for inside Nubris. Nubris, they're sensing blood right now. They are on effectively match point. They take this round. Blam, though, in trouble, eating all sorts of poke from Blam there. Blam, though, goes down to the pulse bomb in the end. IDDQD with the good support. And I gotta say, the tracer play from IDDQD has probably been one of the biggest difference makers here. Even when he's not getting kills, he's still holding the offense back and being a gigantic pest, which rough to deal with.
Yeah, another Winston kill on a Pharah just using his shield, though, as Buds goes down mid-barrage as the fishbowl gets dropped down in front of him. So they do flip it back over in their favor. They're going to hold this high ground here. I'm a little worried about Spo's positioning. Okay, he gets out of there.
I suppose he picked off quite a bit in this series. Umasui does have the graviton. That's going to pull in at least 3 members here of Nubris. Winston with the fall through. Holds down the left click. Only Cool Matt able to get out, but not for long. Ends up going down anyways. Rez comes out, though, from Nubris. So Nubris will have a second life here. Sound Barrier comes out, and they're going to push the issue moving in. Sound Barrier comes out on both sides. Versus 76. 76 able to give him a little bit of a juke.
Yeah, they do flip it over. Cool Matt has his Death Blossom. Does not have to use it for that 3K though.
My ultimate.
Unfortunately, while they're focused on Buds, Cool Matt is able to get right in, got the double kill that he was looking for. Death Blossom not even necessary, so Nubris taking the point right back, and it's going to be tied 40-40 here in just a moment.
Yeah, that's the difficulty with facing a team that has a couple people who can carry on it. Like, if you shut down IDDQD and Cool Matt will deal with you. Here comes the graviton.
Oh, everyone saying die, die, die. Blam, though, going down first. Cool Matt getting a little bit more value off that. Picks up the double kill. Winston going to go down in turn. Yeah, now look at this for Nubris. Hex, Nubris only has to win 2 more team fights to take this.
Yeah, I mean, and even now as I'm just saying, like, if you shut down IDDQD, then Cool Matt deals E. If you're somehow able to shut down both of them, then Buds has been wrecking people today. It's just a hard team to deal with when you have so many people who can absolutely light it up on DPS.
Buds right now looking to bring it in from above, but oh man, he takes a Helix rocket right to the grill. Big pick off there. Custom might just want to res Buds here in a second. If he decides to do that. Buds, though, going to res normally, so they're going to fight this without Bloods. Or it might be a mistake, though. Blam able to take out Cool Matt. Ponifil got knocked way off the edge by Winston. He went for a ride. There was no wall climbing your way out of that.
Death comes.
Well, they're going to hold up top here again. Spo does decide to not hold up on this top front. I just think it's a weird spot to hold overall. I guess they're just trying to get Chip and then bailing out our Mini and Blam, but that is exactly where they're going to come through.
Here comes B dropped right now. Tac Visor at the ready. Landing in the shots. Not able to take out Buds right away, though. As IDDQD does get in the back line, take out some Mini. Cool Matt with the support. Number-wise, definitely in favor. Spo's gonna have to use the res immediately. You must tweet, not part of it. Spo gets blown up by the bomb right away. Nubris now back in the driver's seat. They're going to retake this point. And only gonna be one more push left here for CLG. And if they don't take this round, they will lose the map and the set.
Yeah, last fight incoming. It's going to be a lot on if Hui can nail a really nice graviton. He's going to have to get Custa in it, though. That is the first win condition that they need to set there, because Custa's got his res available.
Let's break it.
Bear coming out here. Blam on the way. Does have Death Blossom at the ready. He's gonna have to use it here a moment. Will use Death Blossom, gets taken out in the Graviton that was trying to set him up. Yumasui, though, is his own fall through. He needs Death Blossom anyway, gets 3 kills, forces out the res from Custa. IDDQD, though, does land the stick, takes out 2 people, a big double kill from IDDQD.
Yep. Custa was on top, they were just waiting for that to happen, brought everyone back. They were able to flip
at the end. IDDQD really fishing for the play of the game taunt. Don't think that was going to be play of the game, but I guess we'll see.
Play of the match.
Nope, Custa says no.
It might be this last res. Yeah, rooftop last res.
Heroes never die.
Well, they needed to get him in that Graviton. They did not. It's just difficult to do. Like, when Mercy knows that the only thing you need to do is kill her, she's going to be away and out of danger. It's really hard to deal with her, especially when you're trying to set up ults like that. So that is going to be Nubris moving forward.
Let me take a look at the bracket here. It looks like Melty V1 shot is still in progress. We're going to try and leap into that in just a moment. Definitely something to keep our eyes on.
MVP Space beat We United.
MVP Space did beat We United, so... Oh, man. Rough day for Too Easy.
Yeah, they're climbing the right of the bracket. Brother did go down to slow motion, so Brother now officially out of it.
Alright, so Brother, they had a good showing against CLG. Unfortunately, not able to survive in the lower bracket. They go down. But we're going to take a quick break. We're going to try and get it into the winners finals or the remaining match of Melty versus One Shot. Either way, this is the GosuGamers Overwatch Weekly, and we'll be back here in just a moment. Stay tuned.